Hello and welcome back, BuckPole viewers. I'm David, and here at BuckPole, we're all about showing you how to do it yourself in the outdoors so you can save money and enjoy more time with your family and friends. Now, if you see my Shoshugibon burn blind, I hate to admit it, but there's definitely some things that I messed up. And I think it's only fair to show you my mistakes so you can learn from them as well as I do. Okay, so let's show you the mistakes. Mistake number one, I used way too wide of boards around my window framing, and that really hurt me. In some areas, I had to do a lot of extra work, notching out boards for the corners and stuff. You can see kind of up there how I had to notch that out. Now, don't get me wrong, I did treat the entire blind with 2 coats of waterproof sealer, so I kind of made up for that on the fact that it should be sealed up pretty good still, but definitely one of my biggest mistakes was that. Mistake number 2, I should have installed all the boards and all the batten boards before I did the roof. All the batten boards would have made life a lot easier. Not only that, but I could have probably gotten a much nicer, neater, cleaner cut along the top, and all that foam when it came seeping out and made it look ugly as can be. Okay, moving along. Mistake number 3. I don't know how well you can see in there. I don't know if I can cover it up to make it so you can see in there. You can kind of see back in there a little bit. My flush cut trim bit router went on me. I was using an old one that wasn't very sharp, and the dull guide for the bit ended up burning a chunk into the wood. Thankfully that one I was able to kind of clean that up and stuff, but definitely a mistake that really did hurt. Mistake number 3, and you'll probably notice it more when I get to the inside, but I'll take you around and I'll show you. You can see right there some of that seeped out, just because I made the mistake of, when you do board and batten, you are supposed to turn the cup in a way that makes it so when you put the batten boards on, it seals up tight. Now, if I remember right, one of these corners, yes, right up in here, I don't know how well you can see it. There's a little bit of light peeking through. So I didn't quite get that lined up as well as I would like. I mean, I was working with repurposed pallets, which makes it a challenge. I probably should have caulked this. There is still some spots that aren't perfect. I mean, I never claim this blind's gonna be perfect, but when I sprayed the foam, got plenty all over. I hate spraying foam just for that reason. Like, it all seems like the foam never sprays, right? The screws came down, and I was actually able to use that to my advantage. I tend to do that on these, but it kind of is a mistake, kind of isn't. That right there allows me to tighten the roof up even further. Oh, mistake number 4. When I sprayed the foam, I missed a spot. And that's part of life, apparently. I'm very good at that. Mistake number 5. And this is one that I don't like. But if you look down there, I really wish I would have got that bottom board closer to the bottom. And I wish I would have got that board closer to the top. And part of the reason why is probably kind of mistake number 6 or so. In here, I used an overlap. And the overlap, while it's nice, I should have used less of an overlap. I should have cut this overlap down by about a ½ an inch on this. Because if you look here, you'll notice I started cutting that out all the way down. And all the way down at the bottom. Which will lead me to mistake number 7 in just a second here. But this is really tight and it rubs on the inside there. And it makes it very, very challenging. I did spray paint those, so you kind of see where it rubs from usage. And like I said, mistake number 7 is I should have had a few more of the right size screws around. I had a lot of just a hair too long screws and just a hair too short screws. But this isn't my normal one, so I didn't really have them on hand. Mistake number 8. If you look right there, it's still kind of tight in that one spot, and then I notched out at the bottom. Well, unfortunately, when I did this, I didn't realize which way the bow was turned when I did that, and I should have had the bow turned the other way, because it would have made it easier. Instead of having this large gap right here. Let's see if I can kind of cover that up and cover the reflection up and show that gap. I mean, that's a pretty sizable gap right there. So that made it challenging because the bottom and the top are really tight, which doesn't help very much. So yeah, there's some mistakes I made. I'm human just like you guys. So if you appreciate the honesty and the candor, definitely hit the like button for us so that we can keep spreading our message and getting more people involved in the outdoors and spending more time with family and friends. Thanks for watching, guys.